Hey everyone, it's Wes, Obsidian Blade Podcast, and we are hurtling through the universe at tens of thousands of miles per hour. That's right. Welcome to the amazing show that is your life. And in that show, you will be faced with challenges. And what happens when we face challenges, or what happens when I face challenges, and what I've developed in my own life is that we can tend to butt up against our definition of the world. And when you have a practice and when you understand the world, the definition of the world is always changing, and it's always based in arbitrary factors, things that are not really too permanent. Connections, collections of ideas that are in their essence are fluid. What you want to do when you face a problem is to give yourself options. To recognize when you sit down and you contemplate the problem that you're facing, it almost feels like you're facing a brick wall that you've somehow got to get through and bust through to the other side. And I want to let you know that the only brick walls that exist are the ones you fabricate in your mind first. That's right. That's how powerful your mind is. It creates the brick walls and then believes that they are real. But brick walls can always come and go if you're willing to allow it. So a phrase that I have gathered in my own life to help with this, that somehow came to me over years of contemplating things and wanting to find solutions. My phrase is this: contemplate no one, contemplate no thing, contemplate nowhere. And when I had a problem, I would sit like on a porch or somewhere out in nature, and I would, through that phrase, see what I had pre-existing in my mind. And that if I gave myself a shot, a chance, to let my idea of the problem or let my construct of how I believe the world worked at that time, by contemplating no one, no thing, and nowhere, I emptied my mind. And from an empty mind can come any amount of solutions. And so what does that mean, contemplate no one? Sometimes when we have a problem or we're trying to move forward with something in our life, we think somebody else has the permission that really only us can give ourselves. We think that that person is a gatekeeper, or that that person has a certain power that we lack. And when we stop contemplating other people and what they represent, you realize the only person who has the power all along is you. So you have to actually wise up to how you use your power and how you may use your idea of the world against yourself, or your idea of a person against your ability to move forward with that which you want to do. And so what about contemplating no thing? Well, that means thing can be anything, right? A governmental institution, an educational institution, a thing being a construct of reality, a thing about how society is organized. A thing can be meaning just your description of the problem. Because we know how the mind works, right? That which you focus upon expands. So when you focus upon a problem, what are you going to get? You're going to get more of the problem. And maybe that's important to do at first when you need to take a look at things and examine all the conditions and the perspectives of what's going on. But contemplating no thing, again, well, if I had a problem, and I contemplate no thing, maybe I have no problem, except for how I'm thinking. So it gives us a shot, right? It gives us a fighting chance to see how we wish to move naturally, fluidly, if we only contemplated our heart, right? The intuitive, our gut of how we want to move next, or what we want to create next, or what we want to say to that girl or guy, or what is inspiring us in the moment. Really checking in on a deep, deep, deep level, clearing the clutter, right? That we may have filled our mind up with. It's like when you have too many photos and music and movies on your hard drive, your computer runs really slow. And so we want to get back to high-speed action of who you are in your truth. And the last part of that mantra that I have is also contemplate nowhere. And again, we can make excuses, right? It's my town that's holding me back. It's my city that's depressing me. It's my country that has me locked into what my potential is. And so if we contemplate nowhere, maybe you're living in a land of opportunity. Maybe you're living in a divine vehicle that has every potential to do anything it sets its will to. So, when faced with a problem, clear the decks of that which may be compounding the clarity and insight you're wishing to receive. Contemplate no one, no thing, nowhere. Empty. And then you get connected in the silence. When you have a bowl, right, and it's empty, then it's ready to receive. Become the bowl, become the cup, become the vessel that is ready to receive. Go take a psychic shit or barf if you need to. Purge. And then divine. Next, with what you want to align with. And go forth and express and emanate and be. Be all you can be, baby. All right, I hope this finds you well. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below, and I'll talk to you soon.